What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fox On. Sorry it's been so long for all you 50 people who have actually watched this before. I just wanted to get a quick episode out for the basketball tournament to talk a little bit about Utah's opponents, the prospects, how far we think they can make it. Of course, the championship, right? If you've got thick enough red goggles on, they're going all the way. But we'll also talk about a little bit more practical approach to Utah's tournament chances. So first, they drew a 3 seed, and they'll go up against Fresno State, who won the Mountain West Conference tournament, which means nothing because the Mountain West Conference is terrible this year. I don't see Utah having any problems with Fresno State. I mean, yeah, they might. I think they've won like 9 in a row or 10 of their last 11 or something like that. But I don't see how Utah would have any problem, even on an off night, beating a team like Fresno State. The Mountain West Conference used to be a really good basketball conference, and maybe this year is just kind of a one-off, but not a whole lot going in that conference. Fresno doesn't really have any quality wins. Not a whole lot of reason to believe that Utah's going to lose to Fresno, a team from the Mountain West. I don't miss those days. Those were bad days. So in this game, I think Utah's as good as a lock. It's the Mountain West. It's a mid-major now. Even as a mid-major, it's not even a good mid-major basketball conference anymore. So I don't think Utah will have any problem with that game. But the game after that, they'll have to play the winner of either Seton Hall or Gonzaga. Seton Hall certainly coming in a little bit more hot just because they won the Big East tournament. And to do that, they had to beat Xavier and Villanova, 2 top seeds in this tournament. So Seton Hall has beaten some really good teams before. Certainly they could do it again in a winner-take-all situation. Gonzaga, kind of the same situation as Fresno State. I mean, Gonzaga is a historically really good basketball program, and Mark Few is a really great basketball coach, and that's one of the things that you want in a tournament is an experienced, established coach who's been here before and knows how to prepare for these kinds of games, and that's Mark Few. So that's kind of one of Gonzaga's many X factors that they have going for them. Seton Hall has this player, Isaiah Whitehead, who is really good. He gets like 19 points a game. He's been featured on a lot of Player of the Year lists, so he's something that you got to watch out for. Gonzaga, they also have a really good player in Kyle Wiltjer. I've only seen Gonzaga play, watched one game, but in that game, Kyle Wiltjer was really impressive. It's a really good, well-coached team, but I don't think they present huge matchup issues for the Utes. Obviously, Kyle Wiltjer at 6'10", the way he plays, he's always going to be a matchup problem. But Utah's weaknesses is teams like Oregon, who just have our number. They're athletic, they're physical, and they shoot the ball really well. And Gonzaga they shoot the ball really well, but they don't have quite the athleticism and pace that a team like Oregon has that could play into Utah's weaknesses on defense. So I don't think Utah would have a problem with Gonzaga. So I'm kind of hoping for that Gonzaga upset over Seton Hall, mostly because Seton Hall does have the other X factor that you'd love to have in the NCAA tournament, and that's a superstar player like Isaiah Whitehead. That guy's really good, and on any given night he could just go off and destroy a team and win a game for Seton Hall. So hoping for that Gonzaga upset, but I think either way Utah gets past the round of 32 as well, and that's kind of where the problems begin, because more than likely the Sweet 16 is going to come with a matchup against Michigan State, who probably should have been a 1 seed. Personally, I think they should have been a 1 seed over Oregon, but that's just me. I know there's a lot of people who feel that Oregon deserves the 1 seed and Michigan State deserved the 2 seed, but I think Michigan State definitely should have been a 1 seed in this tournament. So that's kind of a tough draw for the Utes in the Sweet 16, and that's a team that has everything. A Player of the Year candidate in Denzel Valentine, I don't know which one it is. We'll go with Valentine for now. Denzel Valentine. They're coached by Tom Izzo, who has great success in these tournaments. He's Tom Izzo until you get to April when he doesn't win as many games. In March, he does really well. Not exactly who you want to come across in the Sweet 16. So as much as I would love to be able to say, yeah, Utah's going to take care of Michigan State and move on, in my heart, that's how I feel. I feel like they could. And of course, that's the beauty of the NCAA tournament, right? Is on any given night, any team can win, anything can happen. That's why we have Cinderella teams. But I think in this case where, you kind of know what you're going to get with Utah, the kind of play that you're going to get, and Michigan State's level of talent and play it's just higher than that. Unfortunately, I think that's where Utah's road ends. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I mean, yeah, you want to go as far as you possibly can in the tournament, and for me, the low bar is definitely the Sweet 16 for Utah, but the high bar is too. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, if Utah doesn't make the Sweet 16, I'll be really disappointed, but I'm not counting on them to beat Michigan State. And if somehow Michigan State gets upset before then everything changes. I don't think that's going to happen, but if somehow it does, that would be amazing. But I don't think that's going to happen. Well, Utah losing to Michigan State in the Sweet 16, I don't think that would be a horrible thing unless they get blown out like they did in the Pac-12 championship, which was really disappointing. So if Michigan State runs them off the floor for 30 points, then yeah, that'd kind of be a disappointment. Certainly my expectation is not that Utah gets past that point. But maybe some of you are more faithful than I am. I don't know. I like to think I drink the red Kool-Aid a lot. Mentally, I can't see how Utah beats Michigan State. But I don't know. Maybe you can give me a good reason why they will beat Michigan State. That's your quick Fox On bracketology report for the Utes. Just as a quick recap, I think Utah's going to win those first two games, the round of 64, round of 32. And then I'm thinking they're going to run into Michigan State, and they're not going to be able to get through Sparty and Tom Izzo and Denzel Valentine, which to me is still a very successful season. Thank you for taking the time to watch. As always, let me know your thoughts. Shoot me a tweet, put a comment in the video, whatever you want to do, whatever's best for you. And let me know what you think. How far do you think Utah's going to go? Who do you think they're going to lose to? Who do you think is going to win it all? I picked Kansas just because I'm boring and that just seemed like the safe pick. But you never know in these tournaments. You could just flip a coin and probably be equally as accurate as I am. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.